Hi, everyone, and welcome to XOXO Xander, the podcast. Hi, everyone, and welcome to XOXO Xander. For this episode, I have a very special guest with me, my friend Kimora. Kimora, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Kimora. How are y'all doing?
And Kimora is like my BFF. And for today's episode, we're going to be talking about friendship, outgrowing friendship, and just the ups and downs and the beauty that is friendship. So I thought, who better to have for this episode than my actual best friend herself? And yeah, we're going to be discussing our relationship a little bit. But yeah, Kimora, how are you doing today?
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah, like I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's your day been so far?
It was good.
Yeah?
I woke up at 8 a.m., went back to sleep at 10 a.m., woke up at 11.
That's wonderful.
I know.
We said we were doing this at 1 o'clock. It's 3.
Hey.
And I love that for us. That's beautiful.
It's okay.
Why don't we just kind of start from the beginning, talk about how we became friends. Do you want to tell us that story? I think it's pretty interesting.
So the first time I've ever heard of Xander was through an incident he was in at our school. Basically, this guy tried to stab him. And yeah, that's how I've heard of him. I actually knew the guy.
Let's go into that story, Let me break it down. Let me just start from the beginning.
It's actually insane.
So there was this app called House Party, which is still crazy. And, it was like group FaceTime before there was group FaceTime. And it was like 5 of us on there, whatever. And this guy, God bless his soul, he just happens to be on there. And I wouldn't consider us friends. I knew him from school, but we never really yeah. And so we just happened to be talking on there with a group of people, and he was cussing and yelling all on his phone, and I'm like, what is going on? And they were telling me he lives with his grandma because his mom abandoned him, unfortunately. And the grandma was trying to say something to him or just communicate to him in general, and he had an attitude with her, and he was cussing at her.
Oh no!
I'm almost certain he said something like the B word towards her, and because
that's actually insane.
I don't think I would have just reacted the way that I did if he just was
yeah.
But still, why are you cussing at your only person that's in your life, basically? And that's what I said. I said, she's all you got. Why are you disrespecting her right now? What? That's insane. So I guess that was the trigger for him. And that whole night, he was just talking about how he was going to kill me or how he was going to blow my head off, blah, blah, blah. Xander went to bed that night peacefully. I was not scared. And niggas love to talk all the time. And so I didn't think anything of it. What? The next day, I stepped foot on the campus, and people are telling me that because they had early morning football practice or whatever that day, something like that. And they were telling me yeah, he's for real. He's trying to kill you.
He's
blah,
ready.
blah, blah. I'm just okay, it is what it is. He's just talking. Who the hell would actually bring a weapon to school? What?
On campus.
Exactly. And the day goes by, people are still telling me this, whoever I see.
No, he really had the knife.
And I hadn't seen him that whole day. Again, people just kept coming up to me, telling me about it. And mind you, in my head, I'm who the hell in their right mind is gonna, what? And so I think it's 6th period or something by now. And I see him for the first time that day, and we're in the hallway. And he starts coming up towards me and is yelling and causing all this commotion. And I'm with a group of people. And I just see him doing the most in the hallway, and he gets closer and closer and closer. And then somebody just tackled him or something and got him out the way. Oh. And I was okay, this nigga's crazy. And I mind my business and I just go into my class. I'm still in shock, what just happened? And I still hadn't gone to the principal or anything. And it wasn't until my next period that I got called to the principal's office because my friend Leah at the time, do you remember Leah? You do. You have
I
to.
do. Actually,
You
I
have
do.
to.
I do.
You have
I do.
to. Like,
I do.
Are you being for real?
I'm being so
Yes,
for real. I follow her on Instagram.
She follows me. I need to talk to her. Leah, if you're listening,
we love you.
Girl. And Leah went and told the office people that this man was trying to kill me, and they called and they put me in this room. I remember they put me in this room and it had like a keypad on the door.
Oh.
And like I had to write out a statement, and then the police was there and they called my mom, and like she had to decide if she wanted to press charges and everything.
Wow.
And still this day I don't know exactly what she did, but like he never came back to school.
He disappeared.
He
after
went
that.
to like he went to like
again.
the jail school or whatever that's called, you know, juvie.
Yeah, that's not like school. That's like
no
imprisonment.
Oh,
like you're in there.
oh,
Juvie.
well, that's what happened. But anyways, continue.
But yeah, that's how we basically met. It's been about 7 years now since then, which is kind of crazy.
That's insane.
Freshman year, juniors in college.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And our mutual, I guess, at the time was Demola, which shout out to Demola.
Love that girl.
Yeah.
Demola's actually my cousin.
Yeah, I love Demola.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of how we met, you know.
And it just like blossomed from there.
Yeah.
And like even our friend group.
I can't remember like our first time hanging out.
Me and you?
Yes.
No.
I remember the first time we did something off campus, and it was like a group of us, but I don't remember us. I don't remember how like we kind of. Yeah. Oh my god!
I'm just thinking of that first little.
Let's move on. I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't remember when we kind of split off.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened
at all.
And that's good. It just happened really fast.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So again, kind of like I did with like the previous episode, I kind of want to split this up into like bullet points. And the first kind of section is about the beauty of friendship. You know, we're going to talk about what do you think are the qualities that make friendship special?
I just think having like that type of connection and being able to like communicate with somebody like on a different type of level, I think that's like really special in any type of friendship.
For sure.
Almost because like you just create beautiful bonds like with those people, and it can be different with like anybody. So I didn't think. I just think that like really makes like a beautiful friendship in my eyes. What about you?
I would have to agree. I think, like we were just saying, like not being able to remember the first time that we like did our own separate thing is the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Like there's times when we can just like hang out and not say anything, not do anything, and it's just like we click. And I think it's very rare that you find a bond like that. Yeah. Or just And I think we're so similar, but we're so different.
And I really love that about us.
Yeah.
Like in a
way.
But
it's never like
awkward.
Impacted our friendship in a hard or a difficult way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think we went through that yet.
Oh,
never mind.
Well, prepare ourselves. But no, I don't know. Opposites definitely attract. And I can't believe it's been 7 years.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. that's like insane.
That's insane. You know what I think about sometimes?
What?
Your niece.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I was just about to call her on my way here.
How old?
She's 4. She's 4. Wait, no, she's 5. She's 5.
That's insane.
I know.
Which means, wait, something's not.
No, wait, because if you're about to do the math, it's not.
Let me just skip that. But no, yeah, I think we embody all the traits that like a good, solid friendship needs. You know, we know how to communicate. We respect each other's boundaries, and I definitely don't think that's something that we've experienced like easy. Like we've definitely grown into like.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't easy, but like it came together really nicely. Like it all like worked out.
Yeah, I think the issues that we've been through were just things that we needed to like
grow on
ourselves to like the next level.
It was honestly like I don't even think it was like personal. It was just something we haven't even like grown into ourselves or really understand like how to do that in a type of friendship. Just because for me personally, I've never like had a friend like as strongly connected as we were like that young. So
Yeah.
everything to me was like so new, and I just didn't really know like how to do anything. So it wasn't like anything like, you know, intentional. I think it's just something you have to like work on and grow as you get older.
For sure. What I think is crazy, or I think when I knew that like our, not only just us but our friend group, like we were locked in, is when like our parents or like our families kind of started to like collide in a sense. I have always been one to like keep the two separate, and I think it's a bit weird sometimes when like friendships and families kind of like collide.
Oh, you do?
I used to, or like I felt like it was like this part of my life is like a completely different movie, and they're like having a crossover.
Oh yeah.
But it was never like anything weird when all of our friend groups, our parents started to like interact, like prom.
Yeah, that was they really did that.
Let's speak on that for a second.
Honestly, yes.
I think prom 2022, was that 2022?
It was 2022
was like we
ate down. Like, let's not even try to like humble. No, we ate down. We killed all of them. Like,
we really did.
We really did. Like,
you know, I talk about this to like a lot of my college friends. I'm so grateful for like our parents and like everything that we had together. Like, let's just break it down. We had a house. We like rented a house. The makeup artist came to the house. Everybody got dressed at the house. You know, outfits are there. Everybody had their own little space. We had a nice send off. You know, everybody had their own little table. Their families. Exactly. Party bus rolls up.
Takes us to driveway. Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute. We just got on the party bus. They bring out the bottles.
Oh yeah.
They bring out the bottles and it has our names on it. Congratulations.
Oh, yes.
Exactly. I think I still have
mine. I have my shirt.
We're not there yet.
Oh.
So they take us to this restaurant, XOXO. Wow, the crossover.
Wait, okay.
They take us to the restaurant. And mind you, we already knew what we was ordering.
Because they already had it like
a week in advance. We pull up to the restaurant, walk in, you know, everybody, we already looking good.
No, Ooh, you look so good. You're eating down.
It was crazy.
It was insane.
Go to the table. There's place cards.
Our names on
Kimora, it. Everybody had their little assigned seat. We sit down. They're bringing out the food. Like, they know who ordered what's going on. Drinks are ready. Everything is good. Like,
that part they really killed it on.
That was amazing.
No, like, I want to know what parent thought of that. I feel like it was your mom.
I don't know. Probably.
Like, I just feel that was really amazing.
There's more. They had us little bibs.
We did.
Little like custom bibs so that we wouldn't get it on our outfits. And yeah. And so anyways, that's not even where it stops. After we eat, we take our pictures or whatever. The party bus pulls back up. It's time for us to officially go to prom, you know? We knew we were going to be late. We knew we wanted to have a little entrance or whatever. We get there, you know, seeing what the vibes are.
Oh. This is where it starts.
You know, let me just speak on something for a second.
Uh-oh.
I feel like there was this hate train that everybody just felt like they needed to get on board, you know?
Yeah.
And I just don't know where this came from. And, you know, if this goes to plan, which it is, episode-wise, in the last episode, I talked about how my senior year, I downplayed a lot of my accomplishments because I felt like I wasn't worthy at the time. Mm-hmm. But I feel like a lot of people just
were haters.
They were just hating.
Like, some of the things that they did was insane.
Insane.
Like, it's insane.
Insane. From the beginning of the year, homecoming. That really did showed their ass.
Yeah.
And then prom king, I just feel like they hated me so much or didn't want to see me win that
they just voted her.
You know what? Congratulations.
Yeah.
And let's get back to the story. But yeah, we get to prom, you know, they played in our face a little bit, but it was okay. You know, it was such a good night. So we pack up shop, and we get back on the bus. We went to Crumble.
Yes. Half of us like stayed in the van. The others went inside.
And that's when they had just got ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, we go back to the house. We open the door. There's boxes lined up, custom boxes
with our names on
with
it.
our names. In the box was a custom shirt, and they had us like custom
cups,
tumblers, and there was pizza, rows of pizza lined up,
Rotel,
snacks,
chips,
everything was lined
candy.
up. It was amazing.
They ate that down,
and like we all changed and just had a good time. I had
a freaking blast.
That was amazing.
I love like the wake up story. Like,
no, yeah,
all of us waking up,
but like our parents was already there to get us out the house.
It was Mother's Day. They came. It was.
Oh.
I remember my mom was like, "Where my Mother's Day breakfast?" And I was like, "Girl,
you can have some of this leftover pizza."
Literally.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah, prom 2022 for our friend group
was the year for us.
It really was.
We ate down. Like, I
really
feel like is peak the right word? Like, that was its peak.
So.
That was
its
really peak. Do. Yeah.
And I don't even know how like we all patched together and like,
I do.
When the
y'all were in theater together. Mm-hmm. Basically, like everybody but me. I think I was the only one not in theater. Honestly,
I
was the only one not in there. Y'all made a theater group chat, and somehow I was added into it, and that's how like, oh no, well that's how we met. Like, well, I met Natalia and Claire, but how we like met like Ace and everything, like it was your birthday. We FaceTimed him or something.
Which birthday? What were we doing?
We went to the thrift store.
Was it the picnic?
Yes.
Okay.
And yes, it was.
Okay.
It was. And we called him and he was like, yeah, I have a pool. And we're like, pool party. And that's how like, it was the pool party.
Okay,
and I think that's insane because the first time I ever met Ace was like at that pool party at his house. And that's insane.
Shout out to Ace.
No, like, because he really could have kicked me out. Literally, he didn't know me.
That's crazy.
I know.
How? That is crazy. Okay.
That's actually insane.
How old was I?
I would say we were about 16. No, it's not 16. 17.
No, it was 16.
16?
It was. I graduated when I was 17.
We did graduate when we were 17. 16.
And I'm 20.
Oh
my
God. Actually, you're 20. That's actually insane.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm still in my youth.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to move on to the next little bullet point. And it's about the impact of good friends. And, I think, again, I talked about this in the last episode, but I feel like I have my friends to thank for getting me to where I am in a sense of like, motivating me without even knowing that they're motivating me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you can ask any of my friends. I think I'm the more closed off one at times, or a bit not mysterious, but like, how would you describe it? I know you have a word. Oh, she's laughing.
I'm laughing because it was like, I wouldn't say mysterious, but like almost to that extent. Like we really didn't know. Like a spy, secret agent, double life. Those are the words.
Gemini.
Yeah. Those are the words.
For sure. I think I'm just the one who was like loud, but like not loud when it comes to like personal things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say I'm mysterious in a way that I'm like not going to talk or I'm going to be standoffish. That's the complete opposite. But like when it comes to sharing a lot of things or being more vulnerable, I think I was the friend that was just like not. It was like you knew me, but you didn't know who I like really, really was.
Yeah.
And during that phase of my life where I didn't speak as much, I think I was like watching all the time, or like I found something that I admired in all of our friends, and it made me want to work on myself or get to a point where I can balance out our relationships in a way that like I feel like you're contributing so much to me and who I am, and like I want to be on the same level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have like a deeper friendship.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It did.
You're lying.
No, it did.
But how would you say that like our friendships have like impacted your life?
I think honestly, just learning from ourselves, from like Oh, no, that's not really how I want to say
learning about ourselves through our friendships. Yeah.
I feel like for me personally, like I understand sometimes myself more now that I have like this big group of friends and stuff like that. So I do think like that's how just learning from each other and just staying like, and I honestly feel like that helped us like connect more.
For sure.
Since we're all like learning different things from each other and different stuff. So yeah, I think that's like really impactful for me in a sense. You know?
And I guess to kind of piggyback off what you're saying and slide into the next point, I think boundaries are
amazing and
extremely important.
Any type of relationship,
especially in our 12 used to be 12 friend group.
I thought you was going to say 12 years.
No. How many people are in our friend group?
Right now, I think like 9.
I think so.
Because 2.
And I think, let's speak on that. I think that part of the reason why our friend group has downsized is due to the fact that we've grown boundaries.
Yeah.
And I think we are all so confident independently that we just don't take certain shit.
Yeah, like certain shit can't go.
And I think there's, 2 pieces of this friend group, or
I wouldn't say pieces now. Kind of like dismantled members.
Yeah.
Is that
crumbs that were a part of this friend group? I think they weren't as confident in themselves at the time.
Oh, okay.
And or I think they were just, let me just speak.
Yeah, just say it raw.
Say how I felt.
Yeah.
Or my opinion on the matter. I think that they were insecure at the time in their life. And they couldn't handle being around people that had their boundaries together or had a level of confidence that they didn't have.
Yeah.
And
that
people
right there.
that weren't afraid to speak out on the things that they were confident on. And because let's just be honest, those specific people would do some out-of-pocket things.
Very out-of-pocket.
And we're a friend group that's going to say how we feel.
Yeah. And then it turns in, since it's like one against all almost. Exactly. It turns into, we're ganging up on a certain person, which is not it. We're just trying to be.
The real issue is what you're doing is stupid.
And we're just trying to help you out.
In the mirror and realize what you're doing. You're weird.
Yeah, I just feel like we're not even trying to be like mean or anything. We're trying to help you out in the real world, because sometimes you can't say certain things to certain people, and you should be happy that your friends are trying to help you like understand that and see like in certain things like you have to be sensitive to certain like topics like you're talking about. So yeah,
I just don't think they did not blend well with the rest of us. Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah,
and I think they picked up on that and removed themselves. It didn't take us.
Okay. And that's totally fine.
That's the beauty of friendship.
That it is the beauty of friendship.
They come and they go.
Yeah. And again, I think it was an amazing chapter in my life. I learned so much from those 2 incidents. And honestly, I'm actually grateful that they happened. And I hope, they're doing well, because we certainly are.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wishing them nothing but the best.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah. Going back on like boundaries and how it contributes or how it plays a part in like our current friend group. I think for me, I've always been a person who kind of didn't have boundaries, which you have very strong boundaries.
I do. I've known them for a very long time, and I've definitely like enforced it. For
sure. Like you were the one that's like not afraid. If you don't want to go, you're not going to go. If
for sure.
You're not missing anything. Like you don't care.
Hurt my feelings. Yeah. Like, yeah, no.
You've always put yourself first. Me, I think I used to, and maybe still a little bit, have always had like FOMO for certain things. And it wasn't until like recently that I stopped doing that. And it's like, I've realized that some of our friends, since I haven't had boundaries, I feel like some people walk over me a little bit or ask things of me that like are just out of pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that you feel like you shouldn't be asked.
And they know, like, I know they wouldn't ask you that.
Yeah, they don't.
And I think it's just because I've let them like walk all over me, you know? So things are starting to change, but I don't think it's gonna like change anything in our friendship.
Yeah, no, I think it just helps you in a way, and I feel like other people like will soon gravitate, because I didn't really speak my boundaries out loud. I think people just started to like get the hint and stuff like that. So I think that's what is going to eventually happen to you. It just takes a little bit of time, since they're probably used to it, but I don't think it will impact our relationship with any of them.
I don't think so.
Negatively at all.
Again, we've all grown
so much.
Like you just said, it was 16.
Yeah.
15, 16. Like
Leslie's going to be 21. They're like insane. 16 to 21.
So it's obvious that we're going from children to like adults, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously things are going to change, and I think we have changed so much, but it's like we've done it with ease that we've made it this far, and like there's been no, you know.
I just feel like, it's all going to work out.
For sure. Mm-hmm. I know you had your own bullet points, so if you want to,
I'm going to like go a little present and talk about us in college now, and kind of like how we kind of had to adapt to that kind of almost, because I feel like things, I wouldn't say they changed drastically, but it was definitely something different. I feel like for me personally, I had to get used to, but I just feel like I really like it how it is. And I don't know about you, if you want to change anything about that, but I really love how our relationship is and how it like, it just works for us. Well, it works for me at least. Do you feel the same?
I didn't at first, and I think we expressed that. Like we mentioned, our senior year was a very good time for us, and we were doing something all the time. And to go from seeing somebody every single day and being forced to see somebody every single day because we were in high school together, and then going to like not speaking for months, that's a big change.
It is a big change.
Yeah. And for me, it wasn't like, whoa, I don't want to say what I was going to think in my head. It wasn't like I didn't want to talk to you guys. It was almost a sense like I felt I was beating up myself because I was so busy creating this new life for myself that I didn't have the time to talk to you guys, you know? And that's where I was looking at it from. But I know for some of our friends, it was like we needed them in a certain time, or like, you know?
Yeah. I feel like how it happened for a reason. And I just feel like that time, I've also learned a lot from that time as well, like that first semester almost. So I do feel like it's helped us like grow and stuff like that.
It's just we had to navigate the long distance communication aspect of it. And like I said, we talked about this. I don't know if you remember, like when we went to Waffle House and everybody was just, you definitely were there. You were there. Come on, think about it.
Oh, we were there. This was last year.
It was.
Oh yeah, I was there.
And we talked, and we were just like, why are things feeling a bit weird? Why do we feel like? You remember everybody expressed their own thing, and that's when we got the Life 360.
Yeah. Okay. It's clicking. It's clicking.
We got like Life 360, and that's when we were saying that we were gonna do like these monthly calls and stuff. You remember?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. So I think if there was ever, it definitely, the first semester, obviously it was like a learning experience and adapting to like not seeing or talking to our friends every single day. And then when it became like a bit of an issue during like the summertime, we talked about it and we figured out how to navigate it and figured out how to communicate.
And I feel like our friend group has always struggled with that in the very beginning. It was just, we didn't know how to communicate with each other because sometimes our approach can be a little
some of us are very straightforward, very confident in their words. Some of us are a bit on the sensitive side, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you have to learn how to communicate in a way that your point is heard and you're able to express your feelings, but you don't want to like hurt somebody's feelings. You know?
Just make sure everybody's happy.
I don't think you're going to be necessarily happy all the time.
Oh, no, I'm just saying like everybody's point is across, so it's like a beautiful ending.
Everybody feels like they can express themselves.
Everybody was heard. Heard, it was the word. Heard.
And that's the full circle issue. You know, like I said, you adapt, and then when an issue arises, you talk about it and you come up with a solution, and that's what we did.
But I feel like now, when we first had that conversation, we had very high expectations for ourselves and just trying to do better because we were just so excited.
That's true.
To do better. But I feel like even though we didn't do some of the things that we said we wanted to do, I still feel like in my eyes, maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like it worked. Like this summer, like it's not awkward or anything. Mm-hmm. Like I just feel like it just worked for us, like the way we do it. And obviously we can do better, but I do feel like I like it the way it is. Like monthly check-ins, seeing each other on Instagram. Sometimes we're on live and we talk then. That's one big FaceTime call. Like, so I definitely feel like it worked, and we're all busy. Yeah. College, like, I don't want to even get into it, but like, we're all really busy. For sure. Because some of us are all in different places. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like it's just nice the way it is. And I like it. I love y'all. For real, for real.
I love you too. and I think, again, it was just like we hadn't seen each other. And like you said, we might not have, like, started acting on some of the things that we said, but just the fact that we were together and we were able to all express ourselves, it was like, because we were coming off a time where we hadn't spoken in like months, and it's like, do I text them? How do I text them? How do I approach it? But just being there and like knowing that everything's okay, everything's gonna, switch back to normal. It was, we know that they're still there and nothing's wrong, so we can communicate freely. And I think that's all we needed.
We just need that confirmation. Like, I'm the type of person, you're gonna have to tell me how you're feeling. Like, I need to know. I need that confirmation, because I need to know, like, we're feeling the same way.
I feel like for us, we're easy to read each other, but sometimes them periods were
that was not my fault.
I have a tendency to change the way I type.
Yeah, but at that moment, it wasn't that time.
I wasn't.
Not that conversation, no. Like,
oh my gosh.
But it's fine. Like, you really have me stressed. I called my mom. I was like, read over these, make sure they're like right. Do I sound? That's
insane.
I did. I was really worried, and she was like, Kimora, I don't even see like what was wrong with the period. I said, you just don't understand the texting language. You don't put periods.
For those of you who don't know, if I put a period,
it means like serious business.
Like, you're get off my, like, you're playing in my face. Get off my phone. Is there anything else you had? Or was that like the main? I'll go if you
can go.
This, I don't think it like impacts us. It's about growing apart. Do you ever feel like in our friendship, like that we're starting to grow apart?
Like me and you?
For either us or like the entire friend group?
With me and I feel like with the entire friend group, I don't think we're growing apart. I just think we're all in our own lives.
We're embarking on our own journey and our own.
Everybody's doing different things. I don't think it's like growing apart in a sense. I just feel like, because I feel like when we see each other again, nothing's gonna like.
That's what's insane.
No, I love that about us. Like, even if we don't talk, or if it seems like we're growing apart in a sense, we're really not. Because once we come together, it's really beautiful. We all like pretend like notepads, like I just talked to them yesterday, type of vibe. So I don't feel like we're growing apart at all. I just feel like we're all in our own lives, and we all do different things. So I don't think we're growing apart.
Well said.
Thank you.
And I just really think, one thing that I think is so cool is when we're all together and we always see people from like our high school, and like that's just so beautiful that like we can't go anywhere. We can't go anywhere without seeing somebody that we know. And I think it's so beautiful that like we're still together, or people still like, if I post a group picture of us, it's like people will slide up and be like, oh, like y'all are still friends, or like it's glad to see y'all are still like together. Or I remember one time I couldn't come home for somebody's show.
I think it was Clear and Natalia.
Yeah, because I had like an audition for something, and I wasn't in one of the pictures, and like somebody texted me or was like, you don't fuck with them anymore or what?
That's insane.
Yeah,
which wasn't the case. It was just like we were all in one place.
But I think it's, what I'm saying is like people see that, and I think it's such a beautiful like representation of strong friendships and being friends from kids, and just growing up together and growing into like adult hood together.
I love seeing like how we've all changed and like evolved. Like I wouldn't say changed, like evolved in like our personalities and like in ourselves. It's like, it's really crazy.
Yeah, like my memories pop up and I'm just like, what?
What?
Why were y'all letting me do some of the things that I was doing?
Gonna tell you nothing.
Thinking about what you just said about that picnic, like my birthday picnic, I hate looking at those pictures because who let me wear them skinny jeans? They were skin tight. They were skin tight. And then I had the nerve to put on this polo. Like a velvet polo.
With the glasses.
You remember?
Yes.
I had on the velvet blue polo with some skinny jeans that had some rips in them. And these Nikes. It was not good. It was not good. And that was my birthday. And we went to the mall like that. That's insane. Anyways. Y'all are trifling.
I think you looked good at the time. Like that was the vibe at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Next. Ooh, it's not working. Next, I want to talk about something just like with us and like our friendship, like just in general. Mm-hmm. I love how like independent we are in a sense in our relationship, if that makes any sense.
Emphasize.
We don't really need to rely on each other for certain things, in a sense where like we don't have to talk to each other every day. We don't have to see each other every day. Like we don't have to communicate every single day. And it's still like fine. I feel like some people, or like the majority of the people I know with like their friend or whatever, it's like they have to talk to each other every day or something's
like,
wrong.
Yeah. Like if you don't call me, it's like, are you dead? Like, are you okay?
Yeah. And I like how that's not like us at all. Yeah. Like I really like how independent we are and how like if we do need each other, we're always there. But like sometimes it's not as often because sometimes we can't figure it out on our own. But when we do, I like how we also communicate, yeah, this happened at the time of my life, blah, 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 or this time. And we can still like give some insight on whatever it was. But like, yeah, I just really like that about our friendship. I told my mom that. I was like, because she was talking about the relationship she has with my godmom. And I was like, that's exactly like me and Xander. We don't have to talk like that. But when we do talk, it's amazing. And it lasts for a very long time. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Especially like when we go out. Like it's just, and I think we've grown this connection to where like if we are out somewhere and we kind of feed off each other's energy. Yeah. Like I know when like you're in the mood to just not talk. I think. Yeah. I know when like this, like I know your vibe for certain occasions, or if we're out in like a group, I can pick up on like if you don't feel comfortable in a situation. So like I, know how to approach you or know how to, I don't know, just communicate to you in the sense of where like you feel comfortable. And I think that's just all about growing closer to each other and just understanding each other. I was just talking to somebody about like, somebody asked me something, I think it was about like relationships. Okay. And I was just like, one of the most important things I think is communication. But I think a lot of people forget about like the understanding part, communication and understanding. I think it's one thing it's beautiful to know how to communicate to somebody, but I think in any relationship, it's about how you understand what that person is saying to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I can communicate to you, but like if you're not listening to understand what I need or understand how to respond, then what the hell am I talking to you for? Like, you know what I mean? So I think we know how to not only communicate, but we know how to understand it in a way that like we can remember it for future situations or like going forward, we know this situation happened. So like, I'm always going to have that in my head and I'm going to know how to navigate future scenarios. If that makes sense. Yeah. I think that didn't make any sense.
No, it did. It really did. Like, I understand.
Yeah. I think we're just very comfortable around each other and we just know each other on like a deeper level, Yeah. Twin flames.
Wow. That's beautiful. Yeah. But yeah, I just really like that about us. And it's like really one of my favorite things about us. And I'm happy that I really don't have that with a lot of people. So it just can be like special between just me and this one person. In that case, it's you. So I love that about us. Yeah.
I think I have 3 bullet points that I think kind of all go together.
Okay.
The first one just says, oh, actually, okay, yeah, there's 3. Mm-hmm. The first one is fake friendships.
Okay.
The second one is surface level.
Oh.
And the third one is one-sided friendships.
Oh.
And I think they just all go hand in hand.
They do.
And this is, we're switching gears from like our friend group and our relationship, but just like we're in college, you know, we're obviously making new friends, and even like coworkers. Like,
oh my gosh.
I feel like there's people that want to feed off our energy and just become friends with us, and they get a little too comfortable, if that makes sense, you know?
They do.
Way too comfortable.
Way too.
Especially, especially like at my old school, the school that I'm transferring from. I don't know if I've definitely found my, you know, specific people there that I would consider my friends, but it was almost a sense of like the person that I was something that was rare at that school.
Okay.
Yes, in a lot of different ways. I'll emphasize another day, but and I think it was like everybody just wanted to be friends with me for those specific reasons, because I was like a rare find, which is insane.
It's insane.
Like disgusting.
That's not really why you should be friends with somebody.
And I feel like a lot of people at that school were like that, and that school was so cliquey, and like that's, never mind, that's for another day. But at that school is just when I learned that like people are not your friends for real. People just, like I said, want to feed off specific energy, and then they want to get to know you on like a I hate when people try to become friends off of like trauma bonding.
Oh my gosh. That is my biggest pet peeve ever in life. Don't dump that on me like that.
Like,
don't.
I'm sorry, but
that.
Like, what am I supposed to do with this?
TWU, they got that bad down there. Mm-hmm. Trauma bonding. It's not for me. You know, it works for some people, but not for Kimora. Like, don't do that to me.
Like what?
I'm not gonna do it to you.
But why would you even feel
comfortable enough to do that? I just feel like, because me as a person, people say I'm not the friendliest. So like, I just don't understand like where some people get that vibe just to do that to me, or just to like, how are you that comfortable? What did I do?
I think it depends on the person and where they're at in their own. Like me, I don't think. Do you think I'm friendly?
No. Well, yes. Oh. Yes. Yes, actually I do.
Do you think I'm approachable?
Depends on what type of setting we're in.
Actually, no. I've been told people don't feel like they can approach me.
But it depends on the type of setting.
That's true. Mm-hmm. It depends on my mood, too.
But I do think you're very friendly.
Really?
Yes.
Would you consider yourself friendly?
No. I'm not.
So I guess that's why. People just feel like they can like confide in you in a sense, you know?
And I love that. But just give me a warning. Like, don't just dump it all. Like, do it in like segments. Part 1, part 2, part 3.
Don't do it at all. Unless like I give you the green light. Like,
or we're like, on that type of level.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I told you about this like literally yesterday. Some people just get a little too comfortable too fast. Like, they're moving at a very fast pace. Like, just some things like at that point of our relationship, I shouldn't know about you. I just feel like, and I just feel like it's fresh. Like,
if it's our first or second time talking, don't sit there and tell me your whole
life story.
Exactly. That's not, no.
Because I'm just not going to be able to like, I'm the type of person, I take it with me.
I'm not going to engage in that conversation.
Yeah, because like, you're going to expect me to say some things about myself that I'm not comfortable saying.
Like, that's why I feel like a lot of people at that school, they just want to share so that they can get something out of me, because I'm a person that they know is a bit more secretive. Like, I'm not going to share.
It is not even secretive. It's just like, I don't really know you like that. Like, why would
I don't want you in my business. Like, back up.
I just feel like for me, it takes me a while to really like drop my walls for certain people, especially like in new environments. Yeah. So like, let's just take it step by step. Yeah. Like any other relationship, like just let's move like at a good pace. It doesn't have to be slow or anything, but don't try to like fast forward. Like,
right.
Don't do that.
I think taking time to like share or learn about whether it's your partner or just your friendship in general, creates like longevity. Like if you just dish everything out on the first couple times you meet up, then it's like you get bored. Like you're not going to keep finding new things about.
I damn near know everything about you at this point.
Like I feel like every time we interact, or each year we're friends, we learn so much about each other.
Yeah.
So like imagine
something new always coming out.
Exactly. So like imagine somebody coming into your life and just like dishing out the last 5 years of their life. No.
And especially if it's like very traumatic. I'm the type.
I'm so sorry.
I'm the type of person when it comes to other people's traumas, I tend to like let it carry over. That's why I don't think I can ever be like.
Wait, what do you mean?
I let it affect me sometimes. Like, you know, like I'm thinking about it, and I'm like
all the time.
And I don't like really feeling that way. So like, just don't do that to me.
Like I have a tendency to like take other people's problems and make it mine.
Yeah.
When really it's not.
It's like, none of my business.
Exactly.
But you shared your business with me. So now it's like my business.
I just think that's really weird.
Just let me mind my own business.
Extremely weird.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice.
That was beautiful. I like the way we approached that.
Needed to be said.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been rambling for a minute.
No, like.
But I think, this was a good conversation.
It was.
We discussed a lot. We discussed like the beauty of starting a friendship, the beauty of growing as friends, and creating your own life independently, but still being able to be friends. We talked about losing friends. We talked about bigger friend groups, and we even talked about people that come into our lives and are not true friends. Yeah. So I think this was a well-rounded conversation. I don't know how it sounds. I feel like I've been rambling.
I hope like what I'm saying makes sense to other people.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Time will tell. Sure.
One thing that I do want to do for like when I have guests on here is ask like what's like your hot topic at the moment? Like what is something that's trending or something that has caught your eye that you just I meant to tell you this before we started.
No, because I'm gonna have to sit and think.
Yeah. Like what is in right now that you're vibing with?
I
will say, do you want to go?
No, you go first.
I think I have two. Well, actually, I know one for sure. It's a fashion trend that I kind of am liking. It's like the Pinterest shorts or like the.
Oh my God, I just purchased them.
Yeah, those are really cute. And I saw like a pants version the other day. Those are cute too. Like that's one trend I can get behind. That's cute.
Okay.
But I'll think of something else because I definitely had another one, but I forgot. But do you have one yet?
Not really.
Okay.
What's like really, one hot take, one trend. I'm going to say a celebrity that's really like climbing. Like she's up there.
I think I know who you're going to say.
Sabrina.
I love her.
I love her.
Yeah.
And she should be recognized. Like,
she should.
Love her.
She's been in the game for a minute. Please. Cut the camera. She's been in the game for a minute, and I'm so glad that she's finally starting to get recognized.
Girl Meets World, that's where I first knew of her.
She has like albums.
I know. You can't blame a girl for trying.
Twiddling them thumbs.
I used to really love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sue me.
Sue me.
Yeah. Like
that. Yeah. I love this for her.
Yeah. She deserves it.
Another. I don't know if she's like a pop girly, but another person that I think is like really gonna be something is Victoria Monet.
I love me some Victoria.
And I've been seeing a lot that Beyonce is like wanting her to be like her, take the torch.
She's like there.
Did you see Beyonce post her on her story?
Yeah.
Do you know how big
with
that
the
is?
hair?
No, she like posted her full performance with Beyonce.
Oh yes, I saw that.
But then she also posted her hair. Like her mama, Beyonce's mama was doing her hair.
I know.
This is not a coincidence.
I know.
Something's happening.
No, like
maybe she's on the next album. I really miss. I miss Beyonce.
I miss Beyonce too.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna laugh at me. I miss Harry Styles.
Yeah. But I wonder what he's up to.
He's making his new album.
He needs to rest.
He's making his new album right now, apparently.
You know who needs to rest?
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Tay-Tay
she's been on this tour
she's been on the tour since
it's been
2023.
That's insane.
2023.
And it's still going.
No, like she still has more shows.
And I just saw something about like she's gonna add somebody new as like a headliner or like not a headliner,
an opener.
What?
I just think she's trying to collect the check because she's finna go back into hiding. Like I think that's what it is. Because after you work for that long, you're not coming back until like 3 or 4 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What if she retires?
That's okay. I love the albums that are out now.
I've been preparing myself.
She can stop.
I've been preparing myself for the possibility
of Beyonce
retiring.
Yeah.
Because Renaissance, that was big.
That was really big.
That tour was big. Cowboy Carter, it's not my fave, but what it means for her, that's big.
Yeah.
That's a big career milestone. And if it wins Album of the Year, which part of me feels like it will. And I think if it wins, it
depends on who she's nominated against. Because you know them.
There's a lot of contenders and a lot of people that I wouldn't be mad if they beat her. But I think the only reason she'd win is because I feel like the Grammys, it's gonna be like a big like political thing if that makes sense.
Yeah, if she doesn't win, it's gonna be like
if she does win, it's gonna be even bigger.
Yeah,
it's like it took her going to a white genre or a genre that is catered to more white people for her to win Album of the Year.
Yeah,
and she's been nominated like what?
She's never won Album of the Year.
But she's won the most Grammys.
That's insane to me, actually.
That's crazy.
But yeah, but I feel like honestly, I don't think she's gonna win just because of like the other contenders and like what you just said. They think it's probably gonna be worse if she does win with like this genre, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I feel like that's why she wouldn't win it almost.
I also I'm just so confused like why she hasn't released that movie on like streaming.
She needs to do that ASAP because I think about that every day.
A lot of people said that she wasn't happy with it or like
what was wrong with it?
It was rushed because the turnaround was quick. Like 2 weeks after she ended the tour, the movie came out. So that means they were editing the whole tour and like most of the movie was from her last show, which is Kansas. How do you edit in 2 weeks? You know what I mean? For a movie. So she probably is like fixing it up, but there's another reason.
Special edition.
I think my theory is after this rock album, which we think it's gonna be rock. What if it's like fucking gospel or some shit?
I don't think it is. It can't be.
But like,
or she does like rap.
I
mean, that's what I've seen online. Some people's like they want her to do rap, rock and roll.
Maybe.
Like that's what I've seen, but I don't think she's gonna do rap.
I think it's gonna be like a big movie. I think it's gonna be like a multiverse thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
It is.
Spider-Man. Wow.
That's crazy.
That's actually insane. But yeah.
But like, what if they both retire?
Who?
Beyonce and Taylor.
That's fine. I don't think Taylor's gonna retire. Honestly,
How old is she?
She's like 34. I don't think she's gonna retire.
She's probably not.
I feel like she has 2 or 3 more good albums in her. Honestly.
Beyonce though.
She's running.
Actually, don't even.
Not running, but like she's coming to like. You have 1 or 2 more albums out of her than she's done. She's just gonna be focusing on her hair.
I think she would tap out before she got to a spot where like she was performing and it didn't look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like some of these oldie, that's so rude. Some of these older artists, they need to sit down.
Jennifer.
You know what?
You don't play with Jenny from the block.
I'll put it on the mic. I don't like her. And I think
I don't like her either.
Where she's at in her life and things that are happening.
It's karma.
Oh.
It's karma.
It really is. You know, if you just are a mean-spirited person, I'm sorry, but
yeah.
You know?
Did you see her concert? How it was like just the pit. Nobody was
and even the pit wasn't that full. I really hope, she said that she stopped her tour to spend time with family.
It's because
I hope she's doing so because she needs it.
I heard she's getting a divorce. Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I would take back an ex.
Absolutely. Once I'm done with you, we're never ever getting back together.
Not that I have exes to go back to.
No, really, but like I feel like when
J-Lo. Yeah, she needs to tap out. I saw Janet the other day.
Oh, she was at Essence.
Essence was bad. Did you see?
No, I didn't.
Nobody
was there.
Nobody was there.
It was really expensive. They know.
It's inflation.
They know, like, they know. Black people know. Like, why would they do that?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah. They set themselves up for failure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I heard, wasn't Victoria there?
She was. And so was, like, Lucky Day. He performed with her.
Lucky.
Yeah. It just wasn't a good fest this year, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of Lucky, somebody else that I really love, Nara Smith.
Oh,
I love her.
Nara, I can't believe she's like our neighbor.
Oh, she lives in Dallas. Like, it's insane. She goes to North Park all the time. That's insane. That's actually insane.
I love her. I think I like her brand.
Yes. Honestly, I can never see myself having kids, but if I was in her situation, busted down like she is. Lucky. And I know him from like my What Pod days. Yeah. And just let me tell you, he was in every book. So like, and I love that for her.
She's the representation of why I would want to have kids. Like if I had the money and the ability to give my kids
the life that she gives her kids,
most natural, all these things, I would have as many kids as I can.
I want to make popsicles. I want to make lollipops.
Yeah.
I want to make bubble gum.
When my man is coming home, he can have some fresh ice cream, whatever he wants.
He likes the cookies, I think. Yeah.
She made him suckers for the road.
That's insane.
She made him moisturizer.
Exactly.
What?
Was it? Yeah, that's insane. Or she also made him toothpaste.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah. I feel
like
this is so weird. Down, but like me too, most definitely. But I feel like they just look so like neat and so put together, and like they smell like so good and expensive.
They do.
I know. Yeah.
I love that.
That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. There was somebody else I was about to say. I forgot. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, I don't think so.
Well, thank you for listening
That's the end.
to our rambling. If you liked this episode, don't forget to like our Instagram posts, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you feel nice, leave reviews on our podcast page and give us a 5-star rating. If not, it's okay. Tap out. You made it this far, so you must have liked something.
Yeah.
But anyway, see you guys next week for the next episode. Wow. Thank you, Kimora, for doing this.
I'm like honored. Thank you.
But yeah, this has been XOXO Xander.
Bye.